the sixth Sunday of Easter. And in North America, it's Mother's Day. The gospel today is spoken by Jesus within the John Gospel, the Johannine community. And what Jesus says speaks much of the motherliness of God. So I highly recommend that it would be profitable for you to read those verses from John 14 and pray with it in terms of God speaking to us about the non-gender God that is easily understood in the context of mothering. Mothers and grandmothers are spoken much of in Scripture, bosoms and hands and arms and laps and womb. There's much of life-giving in the creating, loving God. And so Jesus is talking in terms of family and care and accepting acceptance. I was speaking this week with a junior, a third-year university student, and she was writing a paper about the harmful effects for young girls in the Disney movies about princesses, and how a little 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old young child, girl, looking at princess, always beautiful, hair done, jewelry, gowns, doing the right things, very appreciated by everyone. And the little children, girls, are so impressionable, and so are the boys about being a prince. But the girls are so affected negatively because they want to be princess. And they are many of them are at Halloween, and they dress up. But then, of course, where are the royal results in my family about my being a princess? And I can't be princess-like all the time. I don't have jewelry and nice clothes. I just have tennis shoes and sweatshirts. Sometimes I have nice clothes, but not all the time. And all the time I'm not princessly. And I don't get the results of princess activities. I don't get treated royally all the time by my brothers, sisters, and even by my mom and dad. When this woman's paper was, when are you really authentic? When is a human being really authentic? So when is a mother really authentic? And we discussed it as we were running together around the track and round and round and round. And we came to the realization that authentic, meaning who are you when you're really yourself, is when you are stripped of pretenses, of royalty. I may have told you that when I was an Irish little boy, we would go down to my grandparents and my great uncles, and were in the Irish community in the city of Milwaukee, and we would learn about how the Gillicks were royalty in County Cavan in southern Ireland. We would be quite puffed up. Royalty, princesses and princes. And the problem is we went back to the south side of Milwaukee And our Polish friends didn't care at all about our Irish royalty. Let's just play. Let's just be ourselves. So when is God authentic? And when is each of us authentic? And when are women authentically mothers? Now I know that this feast day for some people, women, is very difficult. Women who are not mothers or cannot be mothers. It can be a sad day. But the day is still meant for all of us, and the Eucharist is meant for us. When are we authentic in letting God be God? When are we authentic in letting ourselves be ourselves? I think, and you can pray about this at the Eucharist and at home, I think we are authentic when our pretenses are taken away. Our royalty is taken away. Our demands for who we have to be, our crutches and our pretenses, when we are reduced to what I call sacred poverty, then all I am is what God asked me to be. And today we celebrate God as mother, God being who God is, lovingly creating, for women who are mothers, lovingly creating, giving life, not just biologically, but spiritually and personally. So it's a great day to celebrate life. And who gave us life? We each had a mother. And Ernst Becker, the psychologist who wrote The Denial of Death, talked about the importance of mothers are the first experience that babies have of God. Nourishing, coddling, holding, touching, teaching. It's a pretty good image of God and a pretty good image of mother. So it's a prayer for all of us to face what royal gowns we wear and what jewelry. Where do we get our identity? From without or from within? Am I what I have or do what I am? Male or female, we have a part of motherhood in each of us, giving life, holding, correcting, cherishing, remembering. Lots to pray with today. I have a little poem, well, it's a little bit long, a little poem story I'd like to give to you. Once upon a time, a child was ready to be born. One day the child said to God, "You're sending me to earth tomorrow. How am I going to live there when I'm so small and helpless?" God replied, "Among the many, many angels, I have chosen one just for you. That angel will be waiting for you today. And she will take care of you tomorrow. But tell me, here in heaven, I don't do anything except sing and smile. That's enough for me to be happy." God replied, "Your angel will sing songs for you and will smile for you every day. You will feel your angel's love for you, and the angel will be very happy." The child replied, "And how am I going to be able to talk when other people talk to me and I don't know their language, the language that people there talk? God replied, your angel will tell you beautiful words, and with patience and care. Then the child said, and what am I going to do when I want to speak to you? God replied, your angel will place your hands together and teach you to pray. Who will protect me from the bad things on earth? God replied, your angel will defend you and protect you, even with her own life. I will be sad when I don't see you every day. God replied, your angel will talk about me, and she will teach you the way for you to come back to me. I will be next to you always. At that moment, there was much quiet and peace in heaven, and voices from earth could be heard. And the child asked softly, God, if I'm about to leave you here, please tell me my angel's name. God replied, your angel's name now is not real important. You will call your angel Mother. God, Jesus called you Father. But you are just as much our concept of mother, giving us life. Give us the grace to accept your acceptance, to accept your creation, and to accept the royalty of being your child in your family, with you as mother and father, and accompanied by our brother, Jesus.